Yeah. Get closer to your speakers. It's time for the radio show, Move the Crowd.
That's right, y'all. We're inside to Move the Crowd right about now. And what we do with Move the Crowd, we do it each and every week ever so well. We take an artist off stage, bringing backstage, so we can get to know him. How, MD? Well, we're not gonna see on an intimate level, but we're gonna just say that we just gonna say we just gonna get to know him.
Almost strangled her.
Move the crowd.
Move the crowd, man.
On the man's point of view, when we take the artist from off the stage, when we bring him into the studio and give him a nice interview.
Yeah, well, we gonna do that tonight.
We can get that soft.
Yeah, we'll do that tonight. But joining us now, man, we got Thom Washington, man. Thom, what's going on, man? How you doing, man? Thom, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hey, man, I am just doing great, man. How you guys doing tonight? I'm loving what you're doing.
Oh yeah, we're doing great, man. We're doing really good. So what's going on with you these days, Thom? Can you hear me?
Man, I'm just, working. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I got you. We got you.
Are you listening to us on YouTube?
Okay.
Or are you listening to us through the Riverside app?
Riverside FM.
Okay.
Okay. Because you kind of was a delay there.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, but you can hear. So
it's like one of those like East Coast, West Coast delays.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. So what's going on, Thom?
Yeah.
Hey, man, I'm doing good, man. I'm, just enjoying the music that you guys been playing tonight, vibing with it, and just thankful to be here another day, man. To just enjoy life and share this project.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very good, very good. Now speaking of which, speaking of that, and I read that you had suffered a health element, and you've used that now to inspire you musically to get yourself out there. It was very inspirational when writing the song, the single that you got out now, Breeze. So tell us about how that inspires you to write this song and get out there to write this music in a second, with the record we're about to play in a few moments called Breeze.
Cool, man. First of all, thank y'all for having me on MD and Dundee. I really appreciate it. I love this platform that you guys have. Mm-hmm. And I'm just thankful to be sharing tonight. I had a journey, man. A year and a half ago, I was diagnosed with colon cancer, stage 4.
Wow.
And it just came out of nowhere, right? Mm-hmm. I believe that things happen in our journey for a reason. Miraculously, God healed me from that. I went from stage 4 to 0. And I'm just thankful every day. I had a grapefruit-sized tumor in me, man. And one of the things that I'm sharing out here is that for my brothers to get tested for this, it's like they used to say like 50 was the age, but you should do it much earlier. We lost Chadwick Boseman to colon cancer, and he's a young man.
Right.
So one of the things that I'm trying to get out here, is just the intervention, just trying to get brothers to get out here and get tested, because it's happening in our community. Mm-hmm. And I'm one of the fortunate ones that, even though it got all the way to stage 4 and metastasized, if you catch it early, you won't have to go through a lot of the things that I went through.
Right.
And this song actually came out of the project because I ended up collapsing at a store. That's how I found out the diagnosis, right?
Right.
It just completely wrecked my system. And the EMTs kept on saying, breathe, Mr. Washington, breathe, And I share this story all the time. It just stuck with me,
Yeah.
And I'm a pastor. I'm also an artist, and I haven't really done a project for 8 years. I hadn't written anything, because I had this block. But as soon as this happened to me, songs just started pouring out, man. I got 17 tracks.
Wow. Okay.
About just kind of chronicling the journey, right? Mm-hmm. And so Breathe was one of those tracks. And a lot of times you think this stuff is going to come out, when you're doing gospel, you think it's going to come out churchy.
Right.
But everything came out real contemporary, you know, because I was just happy to be alive. So everything is bumping.
Okay, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Now, do you like we specialize in independent artists here, and that's the backbone of this show here. Now, we don't get a lot of gospel artists to come through, and you're one of the few that we've had. So I know you was on a show when I was doing a little research on you called I believe it's called Gospel Grind. So I'm wondering, I'm wondering if you can explain to us, to our audience, about how do you grind as a gospel artist? I mean, where do you go and perform? What do gospel artists like yourself do to promote yourselves, to get you guys out there? We know about hip hop and R&B artists, kind of their role, but a gospel artist is a little different, at least on our end. So how do you go about promoting yourself and getting yourself out there?
Well, yeah, you know, it's a little different, and you know, this happened while COVID was going on, right? So in this project, what we do as gospel artists, I mean, you know, normally, you know, we're doing churches, we're doing, you know, community events. We're trying to, you know, share in the typical ways where we used to. But things have changed, you're right, because I did this whole project remotely. Like my producer, one of my producers, Adam Hawley, he's a jazz guitarist, contemporary. He's all over the Billboard charts, right? And we just started getting out the word virtually. You know, sharing on different sites, different social media sites. Just trying to, you know, share the project. And I didn't realize just how many views are out there for independent artists. And like I said, I'm loving what you guys are doing, because the whole game has changed. I mean, 8 years ago, you wanted to be on a label. Now you can do your own thing.
Right.
You know, I'm fortunate enough to have a great relationship with the promoter. His name is Kendall.
Okay.
And Kendall said, you know, he has a lot of relationships with a lot of the gospel stations. So he started playing, you know, taking the single and sending it to some radio stations. I got a publicist who I'm a really good friend with, Frances Purdue.
Yeah, shout out to Frances.
And she started grinding. I mean, you know, she just started finding just innovative ways to get the music out there. And for me, it wasn't just the music. It was the message in the music, you know. Just the music, just because we in this dark time, COVID was happening, and a lot of people dying, and a lot of people losing loved ones. And it was just important that we had a message to get out to people, to be that encouraging voice in a time like this, you know, and also to talk about just, you know, colon cancer and screening and all of that. So it was just, everything sort of just kind of came together in how do you say it, an organic way. It was completely different than what we do as gospel artists, you know.
Right.
So tell me,
because they were down, you know, so we just had to be innovative.
Go ahead, MD.
yeah, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Thom, can you hear me? I don't think he can hear me.
Can hear you, MD. Can you hear MD, Thom?
Can you hear me
I
now,
can-
Thom?
I can hear you now. Your images kind of went out a little bit.
Oh, okay. So tell me, your new single. Tell me, how do you come up with this new single other than your situation, your personal situation? Was any other thing that was part of this image that projected out of that brain of yours, or you start writing, and, you know, you come up with this new single? So how did that really come about?
It came about through collaboration. It was like I had the words, but I got with some good friends of mine. They're in Vegas, Nico Brunel and Devin Brunel. She actually sings the backgrounds with me on the song, on this song, Breathe.
Okay.
And they're musicians. They used to do praise and worship with me. She's an amazing artist. She used to sing background for Destiny's Child and Jada Pinkett when Jada was doing Wicked. And so she was like, you got to put your experience to music. And I was like, I'd like to, but you know, I just don't know how to get it started. And she's like, we're gonna do this thing. And they've been with me every step of it.
So how well did
and so when it came to the song, huh?
How well did single doing so far? What kind of feedback?
Oh, it's dude, I'm surprised and blessed. I'm thankful. I mean, it's been going up the gospel charts. And you know what? I wouldn't mind it going up the R&B charts because it bounces.
Well, let's go ahead and check the record out now.
So I'm thankful you guys have me on here tonight.
That's good. Well, Thom, let's go ahead and check the record out right now. We're inside the Move the Crowd. We got Thom Washington right now, and we're gonna jump into his record called Breeze. Let's see if you're feeling it. Let's make it happen. Strictly independent pop and R&B music, y'all. It's the radio show. That's that Thom Washington right there. Breeze.
Hey.
Thom Washington right there. Breeze, man. We made it happen for you. Hey, despite all our little issues right there, it still was able to make it happen here on the radio show tonight, man. Thom.
You sure did, man.
Yeah, we made it happen tonight, man. So that's a good record, man. Very, 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 very good record, man.
Definitely, it's a gospel / R&B.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, you know, and you know, the only difference between gospel and R&B a lot of times is just the music, you know, and the lyrics, of course.
Lyrical content.
Yeah, because you know, gospel can if you put gospel lyrics to anything, and it's you know it's what it is.
Right.
It's the message.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. R&B was a spin-off from gospel.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know.
Exactly. So I appreciate the platform that you guys got, even sharing this on your radio show is just amazing to me, and I'm so appreciative.
Yeah, and we're very, very appreciative of having you as well here tonight. So and let everybody know where they can find you, and if they want to go ahead and purchase that record, where can they find you?
They can find me on all the digital platforms. Name's Thom Washington, THOM. It's a different spelling. You can go to thomwashington.com, THOM, Washington.com. You can also go to sonicsparrowmusic.com. That's the label that I'm on. Okay. And you can go to iTunes, Amazon Music, Napster, wherever you go there. I was surprised to know that Napster was still doing stuff, but it's everywhere. So I'm just grateful that people check it out, they connect with it, and like I said, the album is called Nevertheless. All those 17 tracks are just about no matter what happens to you and what you're confronted with, you can make it through it all. And so it's just a great uplifting LP. And y'all remember the days when you could just put on an album and just play it through?
Oh, please, please stop that. I haven't had a whole album like that in years where I can just put the whole thing on and walk away from it. Come on now. I have not had one in forever. And forever.
You're not that old school.
Yeah.
But I'm telling y'all, Dundee, MD, you could play this project from the beginning to the end, and it tells the story, just like back in the day. So, contemporary music, that's today's music with yesterday's way of storytelling.
So again, I want to thank you for joining us again, and we will see you down the road at some point. And remember, tell everybody to request your record right here each and every week, okay?
I will. Thank you guys again so much.
Thank you again. That's Thom Washington. Join us right there. And again, you request this record, Breathe, each and every week here on the radio show. And on that note, we will see you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel, the radio show. We gone.
Hey.
Like the radio show so far? Yeah. Make sure you follow us on all social platforms at The Radio Show.